And we begin with our top focus right now. Who will be Pakistan's next Prime Minister? Well, today is yet another day when this question remains unanswered. No political party has secured a clear majority in the February 8th election, but both Imran Khan and Nawaz Sharif have claimed victory, vowing to form the country's next government. Results are still awaited in the 3 of 266 constituencies, and the result in one constituency in Punjab has been withheld. So far, the independent candidates linked to Imran Khan's PTI sit comfortably at 101 seat victory. Now, Nawaz Sharif's PMLN is second in this race, with the party securing 75 seats. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari's PPP is trailing behind the two with 54 seats. Now, no single party has the required majority to form the government, and this has led to a hung parliament. PTI has refused to negotiate with anyone. Imran Khan remains their prime ministerial candidate, and the jailed leader claims that his party has swept with a two-third majority, alleging that massive rigging in the results has stolen their mandate. Now, remember that this comes after the former prime minister was granted bail by an anti-terrorism court in 12 cases linked to attacks on military installations by his supporters in May. And as the results get delayed further, hundreds demonstrated outside the Election Commission in Karachi. Imran Khan supporters accused the administration of interference in the board process. Pakistan's President Arif Alvi has also expressed his frustration over the postponed election results. The PTI leader stated that if the electronic voting machines or EVMS had been in use during the elections, the nation would not be facing this crisis. And as he awaits the closure of the results to invite a party to form the new government, the president said that if the machines were used, the total of every candidate would have been available within 5 minutes after polls were closed. Meanwhile, PMLN has arrested victory on technical grounds and citing PTI's disqualification from the polls for not complying with electoral laws. However, to form a government, the party will be forced to cut deals with rivals or independents. Now, there have been reports of leaders from several parties arriving in PMLN's power base in Lahore for talks. And Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir has backed Nawaz Sharif's plea to his rivals. To help him form a coalition government, he has urged the country's polarized political leadership to form a unified government of all democratic forces. And as far as government formation is concerned, now the path to a coalition government is fairly clear. The law mandates that independent candidates have to choose a party within 72 hours of the election results being declared. And now the question is between Nawaz Sharif and Bilawal Bhutto. Who will the bloc of independent candidates choose to form a government with? And there's also a possibility that PMLN and the PPP can sideline the majority of Imran Khan loyalists and form an alliance of their own, an alliance that will inherit Pakistan's financial crisis. Now remember, the spurt in violence and terror attacks have pushed Pakistan further into an already unstable political atmosphere. And people across the country continue to hope for a quick resolution.
We really want to see the positivity and way forward and the progressive attitude. Because democracy is very important, and we are right now in a very, very critical situation, both economically, security-wise, and on many other levels. So Pakistan political parties really need to sit together.
And for more on this, we are now joined by senior journalist Mateen Haider from Islamabad. He joins us live right now. Mr. Haider, welcome to the broadcast.
My pleasure.
Now, Mr. Haider, an inconclusive election making way for hung assembly, parties in fray, vote rigging allegations and ensuing protest. Now, with chaos in the background, we hear negotiations are underway. Now, what kind of give and take can we expect between the contesting parties during the negotiations?
Well, thank you so much for taking me on this very, very important developments in Pakistan after February 8 elections. And as you said that what could be the give and take and who could be likely to be the next prime minister? I mean, who will give and who will take first? PTI founder leader Imran Khan, from a message from his prison, has conveyed to the party leaders that party leaders should immediately approach the independent elected members of the National Assembly for the formation of the government in the center, in the Punjab and in KP. Now, there are some legal hitches, although I heard your commentary. You said PTI backed candidate got 101. It is true, but they are in independent position. So they will be losing special seats as well. So if instead of the independent group, if same situation would have been with PTI, then PTI with this strength could immediately get the special seats, making their strength from 1 or 2 to approximately 130. So with the independent presence, they will be losing the special reserve seats for women. So although their strength is considerably good, but many of the candidates, likewise from Islamabad, Islamabad had 3 constituencies. So all PTI candidates from Islamabad, they lost, and they are in the process of challenging their results before the court of law. They have already approached. Same is in the other cities across Punjab and in KP, where amazingly a candidate who was with a lead of 70 to 80,000 against the rival candidate was reduced from 100,000 to only 1,500. So this was the situation that PTI-backed candidates have been witnessing. Although even with this situation that PTI faced in Pakistan, they were not allowed to hold campaigns. They were not; their candidates were not permitted to give media interviews. Would compare to Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and Pakistan People's Party, who had complete open space. So given this background, this was very reasonable. Now, the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and Pakistan People's Party is also in touch. Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has arrived from Sindh to earlier Lahore, and now he is in Islamabad. And his father, Mr. Asif Ali Zardari, is also in Islamabad. Mr. Asif Ali Zardari is considered as political guru. And they have decided, Pakistan People's Party have decided to form government with PMLN. It is a $1 million question that whether who could be the prime minister. There are indications that Mia Nawaz Sharif is not interested in becoming the prime minister of this weakest coalition, because before election he wanted a clear mandate. So he has also hinted towards Mr. Shahbaz Sharif. But so far, these are all speculations. Once both parties sit and decide and who will be the prime minister and what kind of give and what kind of take will also take place, something Pakistan People's Party will have to give and something Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz has to. One quick answer, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has ruled out any coalition with the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and People's Party. One of the party spokesmen said this is not possible, even that these were the 2 parties against whom PTI made entire election struggle, and there is no question that PTI will go into any kind of alliance. But however, on the other side, Pakistan People's Party and Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz are approaching these independent PTI-backed candidates. So far under the law, any independent candidate can join these two parties, Pakistan People's Party and Pakistan Muslim League
Mr.
Nawaz.
Haider, I would also like to take you back to what could possibly come out of the negotiations. Also curious about whether the presidential position is going to be on the table as part of the give and take in these negotiations.
Yes, it is most likely because after these elections, the Electoral College for the presidential election would be completed, and then the Senate elections are expected to take place next month. Once this entire process is completed, then presidential elections are due. Of course, so the seat in the presidency is also one of the most important things, and that could also be on negotiation table between Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and Pakistan People's Party. Of course, if both parties decides that one seat, the seat of the government, that is Prime Minister, if that is with the People's Party, then Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz would like to get the slot of the presidency. But these things today, the negotiations will start in Islamabad. Some of the heavyweights, as I said, have already arrived. And same is with Jamiat Ulama-e-Islam Fazlur Rahman Group, Maulana Fazlur Rahman, who enjoys also close friendship with both Mr. Nawaz Sharif and Mr. Zardari.
Yes.
And he has been the so he will also, although he got hardly 2 to 3 seats, he is not in a position to make any power negotiation, but he is influential. Same is with Karachi-based MPM Pakistan. They got reasonably more than 10 seats. So they could be in a position to definitely entry into the coalition. So right now, I agree with this notion that the president's slot would be on negotiation table, and it can go to party. Yes.
And Mr. Haider, now to every victory, there's also a side that loses. Now the question is, who's going to be the real winner and the loser here? And what would this mean for Pakistan? How costly would this be for Pakistan?
This is very, very interesting question. Who would be the loser and who would be the winner? I would say, keeping in view and given the ground realities, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is the winner. People of Pakistan are the winner despite all the repression practices, despite all practices to suppress their voters, their candidates and everything. This has been acknowledged and recognized by almost everyone. One of the strong critics of even that party also admitted that the voters came out and gave vote to PTI-backed candidates. So I will say that the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is the winner, and the people of Pakistan are the winner who really wanted change, who really wanted to give again an opportunity to a party who believes on transparency, who believes on rule of law, the party who believes on definitely supremacy of the constitution, and Pakistan free of corruption. Although there have been allegations of corruption, even on Mr. Imran Khan and his party, but the last election, 2018, they won on the single slogan, anti-corruption system or anti-corruption drive, Ihtisab or something like that, although his party and some of the party leaders were indulged in massive corruption. But right now, despite character assassination campaign by the rivals, PTI won it, and PTI is the winner. And if PTI is not given chance to form the government, I agree with your notion that the instability will prolong. Instability will prolong if PTI is not
so
permitted.
Instability will ensue, Mr. Haider, but in your opinion, as you stated, who the real winner could be. But thank you so much. With the paucity of time, we will have to wind up this interview right now. Thank you for joining and sharing your insights with us on this broadcast.